And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. I'm telling you what, I don't know what happened in the past 12 hours, but there's so much damn news. It's unbelievable. Like Ripple trying to buy Circle. I'm not getting into that article. I'm sure everybody's talked about it. But when I first heard that, I'm like, nope. And then I started seeing it on legitimate news channels. Ripple literally tried to buy Circle for $4 or $5 billion. And I'm like, what? That's just the start of the news. I've got a full show of news. And then tonight, of course, tonight's show, we got Caleb Brown with us. It'll be an investment show. And we're going to discuss everything that you would like to know. We'll try to answer every single question you have. But like I told you, the giants are here. Fintechs are trying to hook up with banks. Banks are trying to be a fintech. Everybody's trying to get a stable coin. I have not seen this much news. This is like my whole show today is like massive news. And I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? So things are being set up, okay? Crypto's not taking off right now. No, we don't have crypto laws yet or nothing. But what we're seeing is while the little people, oh, I'm so afraid of crypto. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, the prices aren't going up. I'm not going to invest. That's my crypto's going down. Okay. That's because you're watching dumb shit programs that they teach you to do is about prices going up and trying to make money off your crypto. And that's so fucking stupid. You've got to look at where did we come from. So that's what my show does. My show shows you where did all this come from. That's why I showed you all these connections with, like, Ripple's a government contractor. I showed you that Ripple was a contractor, then Ripple took that off their website. Oh, yeah. I've been telling you for 5 years Ripple's a government. And finally, when I found somebody gave me the evidence and I showed you guys, look here, go to the Ripple website, go here, go there. Look, what does it say right there? Ripple is a government contractor, private contractor. And then you're like, oh shit, Crypto Hulk, you're right. And then it goes on and on. I got all kinds of evidence I'm not getting into right now. What I want you to understand is the giants are getting their store set up. It's truly sad how the poor people, they have no idea. They don't know what to look at. All you're doing is looking at price, and that is so manipulated. People are going to be destroyed. Even right now, if you see prices going up, oh, I got to get some of that. It's going up. Crypto Hulk Show is based on fundamentals. I don't care about prices. Like, if something's going up, I'm not buying it. My fundamentals are, if I see awesome crypto that have great connections, a real world use case, and if it's going down, it's my time to start buying it, okay? That's how I'm set up so that when we get crypto laws, crypto regulations, real world utility, where crypto's actually doing something to change the world, my cryptos will skyrocket. And everybody else who is chasing green candles, they're going to get fucking destroyed in this crypto market. I don't care what's going on. Hey, I'm not going to worry. I don't care when I start seeing, let's say this will happen. So I'm just letting you know. What my show does is let you know years in advance, okay? My show is years in advance. So what you will be seeing are cryptos that you're not invested in going up. And they're going to go up at enough of a pace to where a fucking chimpanzee can get it, okay? That's the distraction away from the good crypto. It's like the Pied Piper walking you off a cliff. And when you watch the Crypto Hulk Show, it's just fundamentals. I don't give a fuck about whatever, this ever. If I don't find the news, I'm not investing in it or whatever. Like, I'm not fucking with it because I know how this game goes. Distract, distract, distract. And the good cryptos are over here. And then they dump, the good ones dump, and all the dumb shit like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and these other ones, Solana stuff, all those go up. And then at the last minute, boom, the cryptos that Crypto Hulk were in, at the end, skyrocket. Why? Because it's real world use case. They always start off, all these articles always start off with the dumb shit crypto. That gets you to buy in. And then when it's getting its peak, then they sell off. Then they go to the next dumb shit crypto. I've seen this for 5 years. I see how it works. Then they start talking, it was a Bitcoin, Ethereum. And all of a sudden now Solana, like a year or two ago, comes in. Solana. So now everybody's talking about Solana. Everybody buying Solana. And then the rich people are selling off all the Solana. And they secretly get into some other new crypto. And then they start talking about that one and talking about that one. That's just how this thing goes. I've seen this for 5 years. Project after project. That's the game that these people play. So on Crypto Hulk, we go over fundamentals. I don't go over all the news and what's the latest crypto. I don't give a shit about that. When I invest, I just got paid my allowance. I've got my crypto allowance. And I don't know what crypto I'm going to get. I'm kind of not in a rush to run out right now and get any particular crypto. I am kind of thinking Stellar would be probably good to have. Oh, dang. What the hell? Stu Lavelle. Hey, YouTube, quit effing with Hulk's channel. Cheers, mate. Hulk, keep attacking and being authentic. You're doing a great service. And, oh, yeah, fuck you, too. I mean, this is sad, really. We've got a multi-billion-dollar YouTube platform that could be such an amazing platform, but yet it's used for bad. The people at the top, they try to squash truth. That's what it is. YouTube like squashes truth. When you really look at things, I mean, for years, you'd have the Bit Boy allegedly scamming people for 10 years on crypto or whatever it is. Talk about that was the master pumper. This guy would pump shit up and then get it going. Then he'd sell off privately and not tell anybody. Then he'd pump up the next one. He was doing that for years. And I'm not saying anything negative about him or criminal or whatever. I think everybody kind of knows who that guy is. It appears to me if you're a fucking criminal on YouTube, they let you just go and make millions. And if you're somebody that has truth, who's trying to help poor people come up, and you're the type of guy that's a researcher and I'll spend all kinds of time connecting the dots, oh, they shut those people down. I'm just like, I'm shocked. When I first started my channel, the first month, 8,500 subscribers. I'm like, whoa. And I wasn't good. I was not good. I'm not great right now. I'm doing much better than 5 years ago. But 5 years ago, I had a horrible show. And I was still able to get 8,500 subscribers in 1 month. YouTube looked at that. I look at my numbers. I can go back and look at my numbers. And in the beginning, they just go straight up like that. And I'm just like, what? That's when YouTube put the smash down because they know I could take over on a crypto theme. If it's talking about crypto, they knew this channel right here, bam. That's why a month ago, I have 1.3 to 4 million subscribers. I was averaging over it was going up, 800, 900,000, a million and shit. Starting around November last year, maybe October, November-ish, it was 900,000. And then it was by February, March, April, I'm pushing 1.4 million views per month. Now they got me at 740,000. Like, no fucking way. So that's what I'm saying. For me to give you guys the information I have to, I just got to pay the price. That's just how it works. I got a fucked up platform to deal with. This has been my struggle for 5 years. Now, I'm just looking at these comments here. Jimmy or Graffy. No, one time when they shut me down, they deleted my whole channel, like made it disappear. So they don't let you start again. I had to start again on my own. So yeah, the whole channel just went bye-bye. Like no record of it at all. I went to go into my membership. It doesn't even show I had an account there at all. Like it just, no. So what I've been doing for after that is trying not to say certain things because then they'll delete the channel again. So that's just how. Now, if I'm a scam channel, now some people claim BitBoy was a scam channel and the Run Guys and stuff. I'm not making any comments about any channel. I think you all know what scam channels are. But you get like the Run Guys. Are they even around? And then BitBoy and shit like that. Now, if it's an alleged scam channel, oh yeah, like YouTube just lets them go. And they can get like 1 million people. But like my kind of a show, damn, they shot me down from 1.4 million down to half 50%. 50% off sale, Crypto Hulk show. Yeah. That's how it works. Yes. So, let me get this disclaimer out of the way. My name is Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. Don't believe anything I say. Don't watch my show. It's the biggest ripoff online. I don't deep dive anything. I have no evidence for anything I say. Everything I say is conjecture. Before every show, I get really fucking high, snort at least 5 lines of cocaine, inject a little heroin, not a big deal. Drink about 20 ounces of Bacardi 151. And then right before the show, get a little bump with methamphetamine. Okay, there you go. Am I sober? Heck no, I've never been sober online at all. Never, ever, ever, ever. Okay. And, right before the show, I'm huffing spray paint. Tops gave me that idea. I huff, or I inhale spray paint, metallic kind like silver. Okay. Jersey Cathy says, I'm just working in the background, making the money. You're making money. Oh my God. Crank and meth is the breakfast of champions. Oh my God. Stu Lavelle said it's all bullshit. All right. Now, before we get going, if you like this show, if you're learning stuff, if you find my program has information on no other channel, do this. Help my channel. Let's say you're broke. You don't have any money. You can't be dropping 319. Okay. Here's what you can do. Help somebody else. And it's free. First off, in the top chat, put a comment, even if it's the word comment. After the show, put in a comment, even if it's just the word comment. Save this video to your favorites. All these things right here help the algorithm. Let's get back Crypto Hulk's YouTube again. Share the video. Share it to yourself, other people. Send a whole bunch of these videos to your own email. This helps you remember to watch the show again, or you're saving your favorites like that. We're not trying to manipulate the algorithm. I want to make sure that's very clear. When you're sending it to yourself, 50 episodes or whatever you want to do, 20 and 10, your goal is to watch them later. Lastly, we're not here to manipulate anything. Just want to make sure that's clear. Lastly, make a playlist, put 8 videos on there and let it play every day. Of course, you're listening to the videos. Want to make sure you're listening to all the commercials and stuff. While you're at work, same thing. You can just let it rip. And whether you're at home, you can let it rip. Okay, that will definitely help the channel. And I would appreciate that very much. Let's move on now. Jimmyography, thanks for your information. Say photography, but Jimmyography. Okay, right on. Thank you very much for the tax-free donation there, buddy. And let's move on to the news. This is pretty amazing. I could not believe I was looking for news last night, and it was like taking candy from a baby. The news was just nutso. I'm telling you, they're getting set up. The only thing I could figure, there's no way. Look at these articles. Like, look at my first article. Who do we start off with? Blackrock. We start off with the biggest financial investing company in the world. That's where I started. This is the first article I saw. I was like, oh, shit. Look what we got here. BlackRock files to offer tokenized shares of its $150 billion treasury fund via BNY Mellon. Now, BlackRock has this fund called BIDL, B-U-I-D-L. It's worth like, what, 1.7 billion? Now BlackRock's coming out sharing not a $1.7 billion investment fund, but a 150. This is like 80 times, 70 times as big as BIDL. I'm showing you right here. This is so massive. This is getting bigger. Like 1 + 1 is 2. See, look, I'm going to go from 1 to 20 or 30. It would take a long time to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here's how it goes in the crypto world. 1 + 1 is 2. 2 + 2 is 4. 4 + 4 is 8. 8 + 8 is 16. 32, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1018. Right. See how fast that goes? This is what's happening in crypto. They know Gary Gensler's job was to slow it down. Now, Gary was put in there by somebody. It's one of the 5 families of the world. Whoever these people are, I don't know who's running shit, and I don't want to know. Okay? Don't tell me who it is. I don't want to know. What? The Rothschild family. BlackRock is working with BNY Mellon. That's a Ripple partner, and BNY Mellon uses the custody of Fireblocks. That's who we have at the channel. Caleb Brown uses Fireblock. So let's read the article here. BlackRock filed a prospectus to create digital shares of its $150 billion Treasury Trust Fund. Everybody, I want you to see what's going on. They are tokenizing everything now. It's coming. Now, if we don't see prices go up, that's okay, because all this stuff's on a private ledger. I'm the one who told everybody about dark pools, the XRP dark pools and all that. Nobody was talking about that at all until Crypto Hulk started it. I started it months ago. We started discussing how Jed McCaleb, the guy that started Mt. Gox, one of the biggest crypto ripoffs in the world, he was utilizing dark pools, okay? And what that is, and this is all these crypto companies are doing this now. I'm just saying he started it off, okay? I'm not saying he's the only one that did it. He started it off, and that's what Ripple does. They're moving, and Ethereum does it. All of them does it, okay? They're able to move and sell crypto without us seeing a price change until the very end, and all of a sudden, bam. So we've got BlackRock filed a prospectus to create digital shares. We're seeing a transition. That's what we're seeing right now. massive transitions happening in front of our eyes with not a price increase, because like I said, there's all this manipulation going on. What I want you to do is focus on what's going on. Don't worry about the extra shit. Listen to what I'm saying and focus in on it. That's how you don't get wrecked, okay? I want you to see what's going on. Forget about the fucking price. These other channels got you all, well, here's the price of this today and the price of that today. These people are so fucking stupid. The digital dildos and all these other fucking people making videos, they're fucking retarded ass, okay? Let's focus on what is going on. And that is Blackrock, the biggest crypto, the biggest financial company in the world, will be the biggest crypto company in the world. They're doing it right now, okay? The distributed ledger technology shares will be available only via BNY Mellon. Blackrock is working with BNY Mellon. Who's that? America's oldest bank. BNY Mellon is the world's largest custodian of money, crypto, whatever you want to call it. BNY Mellon is partners with Fireblocks. Caleb and Brown uses Fireblocks. Caleb and Brown is a sponsor of this channel. Okay, I want you to see the connections. That's why I have the partnership with Caleb and Brown, because they are tied right in there with the top companies of the world. Okay. BlackRock's Larry Fink says this: tokenization will revolutionize investing. Now, let me tell you something, everybody. What Larry Fink has done since 2009 up until 2023 or so, Larry Fink has talked shit about Bitcoin while he was buying it all the way up to, I don't know when he stopped, 2-3 years ago. Larry Fink with BlackRock has talked all kinds of shit about crypto and this and that. And now what is he doing? He's selling it. You know what he says now? Tokenization will revolutionize investing. Well, isn't that something? So he's talking about crypto. But look, tokenized crypto, that's the key. Better than Bitcoin. See, what Larry's doing now is selling you dumb shit. While he's not telling you what cryptos are going to be the future. In the past, he's bought the Bitcoin. Now he's selling it, trying to prop it up like it's something you need to buy from him at $100,000 a piece. While he was buying it for maybe $5 a piece. Who knows? Whatever he was paying for them. And now all of a sudden, Bitcoin's good, according to him. It was bad for all these years he was buying it, but now it's good. Do you see what's going on? Whatever he's doing today, he's going to be selling 10 years from now, okay? That's how this shit works. I'm showing you what he's doing right now and what cryptos he's using. BlackRock, one of the world's largest asset managers, filed to launch a distributed ledger technology shares of his Treasury Trust Fund. It's a money market fund. It says, BNY Mellon intends to use blockchain technology to maintain a mirror record of share ownership for its customers. Okay, what is he doing? They're running the old system and they're running the new system, everybody. I want you to see there's a transition going on right now. Very few people understand. I read the articles and I find the information, then I do research. He's running a system of crypto right alongside the old system. This is what's happening. It says it right here. Intends to use blockchain to maintain a mirror, M-I-R-R-O-R, a mirror record. That means he's doing two at the same time. And we all know what's going to happen. When the flip of the switch happens, that old system goes off. And now it's all crypto. I want you to see. The transition is happening already. He's not just flipping it over to crypto. He's offering, we're going to kind of do this while we're doing that. We're going to run the new system at the same time. You know why? Because if something were to happen, they want to make sure everything's going to run. So they're going to do this, half that shit. I can't go to crypto. I don't like crypto. Crypto's bad. See, that's what they've been telling you for so long. You've been brainwashed. Now they're going to have to ease in crypto. Well, we're just going to use crypto for here. And then next week, well, we're just going to use a little more crypto for there. And before you know it, after a year or two, it's all 100% crypto. And you're like, well, yeah, I guess it's okay if we flip the switch. Yeah, I guess it's okay. It seems like I've got a hardware wallet now. I've been doing this and that. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Right in front of all the people's faces. People have no idea the transformation that's occurring. Justin Stephen says, I've noticed a lot more people are hearing about XRP. Things are ramping up. You're the man, Hulk. Keep up. Keep us ahead of the game. And then you got Eric Goldsmith. Thank you very much for that. Scrim de la Creme. Stu sends big donation. Hulk says, FYT out loud and a massive bot attack unleashed. Shady YouTube. Well played, mods. Yep. That's how YouTube is. So there's the Blackrock article. Now, what I notice at the very bottom, it says London-based Calistone announced the integration of Fireblocks. So here you got Fireblocks again. That's why I got to Caleb and Brown, because they're all mixed up with all this. Now let's take a look here. BlackRock is using a crypto. If you're brand new, I'm going to show you cryptos that BlackRock's using right now. Dana says, thank you, Hulk. Absolutely. Now I'm going to show you what cryptos, if you're interested, you might want to consider. One, Ondo, ONDO. That's a crypto. There's your article here. BlackRock wanted to tokenize a treasury fund. They chose Ondo crypto to do it. Okay. You can buy that on Caleb and Brown. Next, you got Ondo and Axelar working together. So Ondo, BlackRock hired Ondo, but Ondo can't do this bridge stuff on its own. So that's where Axelar comes in. That's another crypto that you are allowed to buy on Caleb and Brown. But here's the thing with Axelar. They're working with Ripple, so that crypto is XRP. So that's also sold on Caleb and Brown. So that's 3 cryptos just right there that you should own those. Now, in the article we read where BlackRock is going to have a new fund, it talks about BNY Mellon. BNY Mellon is BlackRock's partner. We can see that right there. And guess what? Ripple and BNY Mellon partner. And that article is in 2024, like around September 2024. Ripple and BNY Mellon partner. There you go. So you see how BlackRock, well, let's keep going. This is interesting here. I got like 1 or 2 last articles. Let me do a copy and a paste. Bill Quackenbush, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. Bill's been around a while. BNY Mellon launches a new digital asset custody platform. Oh my God. Now let's look. Now remember, in the world of investing, you don't do 100%. You never put everything into one, okay? That's like Michael Saylor. Now let's think about Michael Saylor. 25 years ago, when they had the .com, when the internet took off, and we had something called the .com boom, and then there was a bust. And the .com boom, we're talking 1998 to maybe 2000, 2001 or 2. A lot of people made millions. This is what's going to happen with crypto, everybody. A lot of people were making money off .coms. They were making millions off of .coms, but they didn't do anything. It would be like me setting up digitaldildo.com, right? And everybody want to like get onto that website and have a piece of it because it's a .com. And back in the old days, people didn't understand the tech. All they understood is you could .com dog shit. So you could literally have a website called dogshit.com. And then people would dump, and you could take that public. And then everybody would start pouring money into it just because it said .com. Now let's think about crypto. And I'm teaching you a lesson right here. There's a lot of crypto channels out there that they're not about fundamentals. What are they about? Hype. Promoting and hyping dumb shit, okay? Oh, do this, and the quality would make the crypto, and look at this on the Fibonacci and all this dumb fucking shit, right? And with the Bitcoin, oh yeah, and the real world asset, we're going to do this with Bitcoin. Okay, what the fuck does Bitcoin do? Nothing. Like, it doesn't do anything. And that's what we have to look at with crypto. So when I'm showing you all these crypto connections, I'm showing you Ondo. Why? Because BlackRock's working with them. And then Axelar's working with Ondo. And you got Ripple right in there with Axelar. So basically, Ripple is helping BlackRock tokenize. But then we go to the next article here, where we got BNY Mellon launches crypto custody. Now, I already showed you BNY Mellon is a Ripple partner. Now, Ripple has what's called Medico. Ripple took over that company. Now I believe the name of it is Ripple Custody. Now, Ripple has other custody providers. We're not getting into the history of Ripple right now, but what I wanted to show you on this article here is go down to third paragraph from the bottom. BNY Mellon has been working closely with market-leading fintechs. The firm tapped digital asset technology specialist Fireblocks. Oh, so we got BlackRock and BNY Mellon working together. We already know the connection with Ripple. Now we're seeing a Fireblocks custody. What's the title of this article? BNY Mellon launches crypto custody. Later in the article, talks about Fireblocks. What do they do? Custody. Who's the sponsor to my show? Caleb Brown. Who do they use? Fireblocks. Ladies and gentlemen, why do I'm fine with my hardware wallet ledger. I'm fine with that. And that's fine. You can be fine with it. But the banks, let's talk specifically. BlackRock and BNY Mellon, the biggest and oldest institutions of the world, they're not using your hardware wallet, everybody. I'm just letting you know. Why? They could just do that. They could eliminate Fireblocks. Why doesn't BNY Mellon and BlackRock just use your air-gapped hardware wallet? Now, I'm not putting hardware wallets down. I'm very clear with things. If I put something down or if I put you down, oh, you're going to know. Okay? So don't read into what Crypto Hulk says. Do not read into what I say. I'm very, very transparent and clear. If I have something to say, trust and believe I will say it, okay? Don't overthink it, because that's when you get fucked up, okay? And then I got to try to unfuck you. So what we got going on is BNY Mellon, America's oldest bank, and BlackRock are utilizing Fireblocks. That's who are like indirectly sponsoring this show, okay? When I got my custody in Fireblocks, I got BlackRock right there, BNY Mellon to my left. You're right. That's where I'm at. You are on some kind of planet Uranus with some idea that, oh yeah, hardware wallets are better, not your keys, not your crypto. Oh, really? Well, let's see what happens when a quantum attack happens or something like that. Let's see how well your hardware wallet does. Now, Crypto Hulk keeps 25% of my crypto now on a hardware wallet, and the other 75% are in Caleb and Brown. That's what I'm set up for right now. I always want at least something. Remember, I'm never going to do 100%. I'm never going to do 100% anything. I'm going to leave 25% in case there's something like aliens come down and anal probe everybody. But I've got 25. I got 25% of my shit in a hardware wallet now, and the rest in Caleb and Brown. I'm trying to keep my crypto exactly where the biggest fucking banks of the world keep theirs. Oh, they're not in your little ledger. I'm sorry. Your little hardware wallet, but Crypto Hulk, it's air gapped. Nothing's breaking in. Okay, well, something already is broke in your head, but that's why the top banks in the world aren't buying your little ledger. You ever just wonder that? Like, they're worth billions. They've got trillions. Why aren't they buying your little wallet? Look, some of you guys got to just think. Okay, I'm telling you, you got to think sometimes. All right. Because when the hackers let loose, I'm trying to be where the biggest banks of the world are. That's where I'm trying to be. If they break into that, surely they're taking your hardware wallet. See, that's the thing. If they're breaking into bank grade institutional custody, where the biggest financial institution in the world uses Fireblocks, that's Caleb and Brown. If they break into that, your fucking wallet's done. Do you not get this? Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. You think your little wallet thing is tougher than a Fireblocks? Then you're fucking retarded. I can't help you on this channel. You've got to go watch Digital Dildo Channel or something, because that's more for like mentally retarded people, okay? All right. Let's look. Oh, another news article. This one's massive right here. Oh my God. I'm telling you, yesterday, it's like I hit the jackpot looking for news last night. It still took me about 2 hours to put the show together. Maxine Waters. Oh my God, this bitch never leaves me alone. I'm going to have to go into witness protection program. Maxine Waters, welcome back to the show. Hulky? I guess that's what Maxine calls me, Hulky. Oh my God. I heard you got your money. Hold on. This fucking shit's too much. Hold on. Hokey, I heard you got your monthly allowance. Oh my God, that is so disgusting. I'm ready for date night. Oh my God. Let's get kinky soon. Miss you bunches. Oh my God, how disgusting. Oh, fuck. I got to watch Pornhub after the show for at least 2 minutes for that one. All right. Let me do a copy and a paste. Okay, let's get back to business. Okay, we just got done talking about Blackrock, the biggest financial investment company in the world, working with Ripple. Not saying a Ripple partner, working with Ripple. There's a difference. Remember, do not add in to what Crypto Hulk says. BlackRock is working with Ripple. I didn't say they were partners. What do I mean when they're working with Ripple? They're utilizing Ripple technology. That means you're working with them. I mean, I don't know. I didn't say they're partners, so quit adding in. Next, we're going now to FIS, the world's biggest payment processor. So we go from BlackRock, where BNY Mellon is definitely a Ripple partner, but BlackRock is utilizing Ripple technology. And here we have the other side of spectrum. Fidelity Information System, world's largest payment processor, is a Ripple partner. Oh my God. Let's get into this article. I don't care about time, about if this is going to burn up half the show or whatever. Just, I want you to see what the biggest players in the game are doing. I don't care. There's 300 million banks and shit. Like, I don't care. What I want you guys to do is focus on what are the biggest ones doing, not what they're saying. Because we don't want to focus on like Larry Fink saying, oh, Bitcoin is garbage. We want to look at what are they doing. Crypto Hulk, show me what they are doing. Don't tell me what they're saying. That's why my channel's dangerous to the YT platforms and these other ones. Fucking TikToks and shit. I can't write out the whole sentence in TikTok, so I gotta put little dots and stuff because the censorship. I'm gonna get you the information and we're gonna outsmart the algorithm. That's what we're doing on this channel right now. Now, let me get into the evidence first. Here's your first bit of evidence. Let me do a copy and a paste. I want you to see it comes back Ripple again. Why? Because Ripple is the government and they're being told what to do by the top 5 families of the world. When this thing is all over, you're going to see in the end that Crypto Hulk was right. People are going to look back 20 years. And if YT hasn't deleted my shows, my hair is going to be much more gray than it is now. Although I am planning on getting growth hormones, stem cells, and all kinds of shit when I get some crypto rich. So maybe I might look the same right now, 20 years from down the road. That would be fucking amazing. But I don't know. It's tough. Let's look at the evidence right here. Ripple partner FIS teams up with the clearinghouse. Ripple partner FIS. So there you go. There's your first group of evidence. This is 5 years ago. Okay. Now, what is FIS? Let's take a look. Copy and paste. FIS, Quantum Cloud Edition. Oh, wait a sec. My bad. FIS, what is this? Fidelity Information System. Look in the second paragraph. FIS became the largest processing and payments company in the world. We already established the fact that FIS is a Ripple partner. Now we learned that they're the biggest payment processor in the entire world. Go down to where it says mergers, acquisitions, and divestments. Go down near the bottom, 7th from the bottom. Look for WorldPay. FIS owns WorldPay. Why is that important? Because WorldPay has a Ripple patent. Let's take a look at this right here. There you go. What's the title of this article? WorldPay patent highlights Ripple's role in blockchain-based settlement services. This is September 2023. Now that we've established the fact, who is WorldPay? How is it relating to Ripple and all these things? Let's go into the article with FIS, knowing that this is a straight up Ripple partner here. They own Ripple Technology, a patent. So that's pretty fucking huge right there. Financial tech firm FIS has debuted a new enterprise treasury platform. Ladies and gentlemen, what we're seeing here is the biggest payments processor in the world. They have what's called a treasury, and they're going to keep monies in there. I'm using the term monies, and we'll use that as value. They're going to have crypto. Everything's going to be in there. That's how it's going to be. Everything around the world is crypto. They have a Quantum Cloud Edition. It's designed to offer finance chiefs and corporate treasurers with greater risk visibility. Now, this part's interesting. Go to the 6th paragraph. aside from tapping the power of the public cloud. Now, we know that Amazon's a partner of Ripple and Amazon has a cloud, okay? So let's continue just knowing that, since we're talking about clouds here. Aside from tapping the power of the public cloud, this version of the company's treasury and risk management solution features a new liquidity hub. Oh, shit. Let me repeat that small section. A new liquidity hub. This is like in 6 paragraphs down. It's about this far from the top, okay? Now, why is the fact that Fidelity Information Systems, a 5-year-old Ripple partner, why is having a liquidity hub important? Well, because that's what Ripple has. Let's look at this article right here. This is from 2023. Ripple launches a what? A liquidity hub for businesses to bridge the crypto liquidity gap. Oh, son of a bitch, Crypto Hulk. How do you find this news? Ripple launches a liquidity hub for business to bridge the crypto gaps. Fidelity Information System, which is a Ripple partner, just announced a new liquidity hub. See, Ripple comes out with it in April of 2023, about a year ago. I'm sorry, almost 2 years ago. April 14th. Well, my birthday's on the 13th. So they come out with this April 14th, 2023. 2 years ago, Ripple launches a liquidity hub. Oh, the Ripple Liquidity Hub was launched on April 13th after a successful pilot last year. So it was actually launched on my birthday 2 years ago. And what we're seeing here is Fidelity Information System, Ripple partner, the biggest payment processor in the world, just launched a new liquidity hub. And Ripple did this 2 years ago. Gee, I wonder who helped FIS make their liquidity hub. Let me check the comments. We'll go to the next article. I told you this thing's getting fucking huge. If you can't see, they're getting the biggest payment processor in the world. Everything that Ripple comes up with, and then it goes to FIS. All the biggest companies in the world are copying. All the biggest companies in the world are adopting Ripple's technology. They're getting it. Remember, Ripple will acknowledge this. Ripple has non-disclosure agreements with like almost everybody. So there's going to be relationships that you don't know about, okay? Well, Crypto Hulk, there's no proof that this company is working with Ripple. Exactly. That's exactly how they want it. Ripple tells us this. It's not conspiracy. Ripple tells us. They'll even say sometimes during a press conference, yeah, according to a non-disclosure agreement, I can't answer that. They'll tell you. It's not a secret. Ripple has got all kinds of business partners we don't know about. Even, I'm going to say this, government partners, different governments around the world. I could name two. Okay, I can name, okay, Ripple has non-disclosure agreements, countries and banks and organizations, whatever it is. Ripple just has things that they sign, other people would sign where nobody can talk about stuff. Let me give you an example. Russia. Oh, shit. Russia hooked up with Ripple in 2014. Ripple gave Russia an on-ramp and an off-ramp to the XRP ledger for the Ripple technology. Also with China in 2013, Ripple helped make the Chinese CBDC called the digital yuan, and Ripple hooked them up with crypto. That's under non-disclosure agreement. I know because I have the 2013 and 14 Ripple customer list. I know I've showed you before, and I'm going to show you not on today's show because we only got 10 more minutes, but this is just one example. These are just two examples of Ripple having non-disclosure agreements with China and Russia and their central banks. This is how Ripple started off. Think about this. Here's why Ripple is not a startup, okay? In 2013, Ripple hooked up China with the digital yuan, the CBDC. And in 2014, January, hooked up Russia with Z payment, which is Russia's had crypto since 2007. Okay, before Bitcoin, 2 years. Ripple hooked up with these two companies. When did Ripple start? About 2013. Okay, here's my question. You should ask it at XRP Las Vegas. David Schwartz, Brad Garlinghouse, either one of you could answer this question. Ripple was a startup in 2013, correct? Correct. Okay. How did you guys get in with China to develop their CBDC? Brad, can you handle this one at first? And then David, can you explain the tech process really briefly in 1 minute after Brad's done? David Schwartz, can you describe how you, or was it Justin's son from Tron, who hooked up China with the tech? Because, David, you're the chief technology officer, so did you have something to do with this China? Guys, go at it. Answer the question. And then they'll be looking at each other. You go first. No, you go first. Then they'll refuse to answer that one. And I'll be like, okay, then how about this one? January 9th, 2014, Ripple hooked up Z payment. Now, that's a 2007 cryptocurrency network startup point. So 2 years before Bitcoin, Russia is running crypto on a closed system called Z payment. Brad, how about you answer this one? Were you the one that hooked up Russia with the cryptocurrency? And could you please explain how that process went down? Because isn't Russia and China one of our enemies or something? So, Brad, answer that one for us, please. He'll be looking around like, where's this guy getting this shit from? Oh, my God. Yeah, they'll be like, I think I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. And they never come back. And all the other channels are like, what is he talking about? Crypto Hulk's high. Ripple never went to Russia in 2014, January, to hook him up with Z payment. Crypto Hulk doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's just looking at old partnerships. And I'm like, wow, you really are that fucking special. That's why your mother told you that you're special. Peter, welcome to the entry-level membership. Next article. How much time do I got? 7 minutes. Okay, let's do it. Next article. This is fucking big. I got 3 big ones this morning. Let me do a copy and a paste. Here we go. Latin America's largest crypto exchange, everybody. I'm telling you, these articles are just massive. Brazil's largest crypto exchange is called Mercado Bitcoin taps wormhole. Not bunghole, it's wormhole, one word, to bring tokenized products cross-chain. Let's start in this little article here. Mercado Bitcoin, which is Brazil's largest crypto exchange, has tapped wormhole as its interoperability solution. Now that's interesting. I've heard of a little bit of wormhole. Let me see who partnered up with Wormhole, because I know they're not doing this all by themselves. So there's got to be a Ripple kind of connection here. Jed McCaleb or so. There's got to be some kind of, because there ain't no way. Wormhole will enable Mercado Bitcoin to bridge. So now Wormhole's like a bridge, huh? I wonder where they're getting this technology from. And they're going to hook up 30 blockchains. Brazil's largest crypto exchange, Mercado Bitcoin, has tapped Wormhole as its exclusive interoperability solution. Well, isn't that something? They got interoperability. Mercado Bitcoin has 340 tokenized products. Interesting. They partnered with Polygon. Oh, did they? Well, let's take a look here. Yep, I should have known. Now, hold on to this article. Crypto Hawks connecting the dots right here. We're having a little intellectual fun. Now, Stellar is a cryptocurrency platform. They have a Lumens Crypto. They have something called Ultra Stellar as well as Allbridge. And Allbridge connects Stellar to Ethereum, Solana, Celo, and Polygon is right there. Okay, don't forget Polygon because that's the connection. We're going to find out later. Well, hold on. Fuck it. We might do it right now. Yes, we're going to do it right now. Wormhole is connected to Circle, by the way, and Circle is running on Stellar, and Stellar is the one that has the Wormhole and the Allbridge working together. Let's take a look at all the evidence. Have a little fun right here. If you do a Google AI search and you type in what fintech partners does Wormhole have? Okay. What fintech partners does Wormhole have? Oh, look, Securitize. That's a Ripple partner. So Wormhole, right from the beginning, according to Google AI, has Securitize as a partner. That's a Ripple partner. And oh, look, number 5, Circle. Circle, known for its USDC, also utilizes Wormhole's interoperability platform. Now, that's very interesting. We have Ripple technology and Stellar technology working at Wormhole. Now, here's proof that Stellar is using, Circle's using Stellar. Here's your evidence for this. Sounds like I'm stuttering Stanley. J-Rod, welcome to the entry-level membership program. Danny Boy, member for 28 months. I refreshed the show, asked me to become a member again, but I'm already a member. Odd. C. Millstone. What a joke. Interesting. Peter, welcome to the entry-level membership for Peter Vries. Okay, now let's go back. Wormhole is working. Wormhole is an interoperable platform. They're working with Brazil, Latin America's biggest crypto exchange, Mercado Bitcoin. And we look at Wormhole. Now, Wormhole is an interoperability platform. What makes it interoperable in Crypto Hulk's opinion? Well, number 1, they're using Securitize. That's a Ripple partner. And then number 2, they're utilizing Circle. That's Stellar. I just showed you all the evidence right here with Stellar and Circle. Let's look up, let me do a copy and a paste. Okay, so there is the USD Circle on Stellar. Okay, so we now know that Circle's utilizing Stellar. Stellar has the Allbridge. The Allbridge connects Stellar, Ethereum, Solana, Celo, and Polygon. We know that Mercado Bitcoin's using Polygon and that Wormhole's using Circle. This is where all the Polygon and Stellar and shit come all together. There's all your connections with that. Now let's get a little deeper. Now Ripple, what year was this? 5 years ago, Ripple met with Brazil's central bank privately. Here's your evidence with that right there. I remember when that happened. I remember exactly. Ripple and Brazil's central bank hold closed door meetings. I remember when that happened. Now, Ripple and Mercado Bitcoin, they're partners. Check it out right here. And you're like, damn, Crypto Hulk, all this evidence you have. Just want to show you right here. The Mercado Bitcoin thing, they're already Ripple partners. Ripple, this article's from October 2024. Let me read the title to you. Ripple and Mercado Bitcoin partner to transform crypto-enabled cross-border payments in Brazil. There you go. This whole fucking thing is Ripple. Wormhole, Ripple, and Stellar. Now, in that wormhole, it said one of its partners was Securitize. That's a Ripple partner. Let me show you the evidence right here. Bam, there's your evidence. Let me read it. Ripple-backed Securitize raises $14 million from Santander, which is a bank, which is a Ripple partner, and Mitsubishi, which is in Japan. It's a bank and a Ripple partner as well. Whew, this keeps going. Let me do a copy and a paste. We're almost done with the show. Now I'm showing you how did all this Brazil and Ripple shit start? Well, let's go to the 1 second mark. And what are we looking at here? The International Ripple Business Association, something you never hear on any other channel. I've been telling you guys this for about 3 years. These other channels have no clue how all this fucking Brazil shit comes together. It comes together from the IRBA. Now go to the 4 second mark. You'll see a date here, 2015, for the International Ripple Business Association. Now go to the 11 second mark. What do we have? It's talking about a gateway. International Ripple Business Association member gateways. Gateways are the on-ramps to the Ripple network. They give the ability to transfer fiat money, crypto, gold, and silver. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I went into debt about 9 months ago, buying a lot of gold, because in my opinion, gold's going to skyrocket first before the crypto. So if I ever wanted to, when gold goes up to 10,000 an ounce, I'm going to make my gold work for me instead of me working for the gold. So every gold coin that I bought at 2,000 a piece is going to be worth 10. So I just made 8,000 bucks off of each gold coin. Now, if I want to take that, when gold does hit 10,000, I just made 8,000 each. I could go sell off 10 gold coins. That's 80 grand of cryptocurrency minus my 10,000 investment. That's $70,000 for free. 70,000 where I didn't have to do shit. And I'm going to get crypto for free because I spent 10,000. I'm going to make 80. Then I could cash in that 10, get my original money back. And now I'm buying 70,000 bucks worth of crypto for free. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So there's your connection here to Ripple and the gold and silver, where you can trade it and do all that stuff. Nobody knows this. Now, go to the 34 second mark. 34 second mark. What do you see? RipX. RIPPEX. This is a Ripple gateway right here. Now, if we go to this article here, we're going to see about RipX 2014. This is Brazil. Ripple's second gateway. Latin America's latest Ripple gateway launches in Brazil. It's called RipX, RIPPEX. This is a CoinDesk article. We're talking a date of 2014, everybody. 2014. Ripple's latest gateway launches in Brazil. Now, what was Ripple's first gateway, Crypto Hulk? Well, let's take a look. It's also in 2014. It's called Ripple LATAM. Here's the article right here. Latin America's first Ripple gateway. It's called Ripple LATAM. When's the date on that, Crypto Hulk? 2014. What does it cover? Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, Chile, Colombia, Peru, Uruguay. 2014. They were already getting hooked up with cryptocurrency, everybody. That's why that article, Mercado, Bitcoin, and Brazil and all that, Ripple is all in there. I showed you off of the Ripple 2013 customer list. That was one of the articles about the International Ripple Business Association. Stu Lavelle gave 10 Crypto Hulk memberships. Let's see who those are. D2EXP got a membership from Stu Lavelle. Jai Sung Rocks, Odine McDonald, GM, James Isengard got a membership by Stu Lavelle. Digital Strategy Solutions, LLC. SWI, Z437. Aaron Olivas got a membership from Stu Lavelle. And then Shane, the crack baby, got a membership by Stu Lavelle. J-Rod, welcome to the entry-level membership program. Okay. Let me check some comments. And that's all the deep dive. You got like 3 solid, super fucking huge deep dives today, and that's 20 minutes per deep dive. What I've done is show you, I've shown you the biggest of the big, the Blackrock, the Brazil, and these other different articles we've read, BNY, Mellon, everything. They're all getting hooked up into crypto. They're getting crypto exchanges. Banks are buying crypto exchanges, whatever it is. They're all getting hooked up now all of a sudden, everybody. You know, maybe this happens. We get all kinds of crypto laws. Maybe it's not just stablecoins. Look, I don't know. What I do know is I've never seen all these banks coming together buying crypto exchange. I've never seen all this shit. We're talking the biggest of the big. And like in South America or all of Latin America, that Mercado Bitcoin thing. But guess what? All goes back to Circle and XRP. Circle runs on Stellar. Okay. Circle's utilizing Stellar. Look, that Jeremy Allaire guy, he ain't the brains of this thing. It's Jed McCaleb behind Stellar, okay? Jeremy Allaire knows the people, can get all the hookups, but the brains, what really is Circle running on? And it's not these other dumb fuck cryptos, it's Stellar. And who made Stellar? Jed McCaleb. And who invented Ripple? Basically, Jed McCaleb got it all going, okay? That guy's the fucking genius of all this fucking crypto shit, okay? Now he's off making rockets, trying to go to Mars or something like that. That's why Ripple wants Circle so bad, is because Jed, who invented Ripple and all that shit, left Ripple to make Stellar. Ripple wants that Stellar technology that Circle has. That's why Ripple wants that shit so bad. Because it's Jed McCaleb. That's what Circle is. Wayne Williams, thank you very much for the tax-free donation. Just for fun. Thank you, Crypto Hulk. Right on for that. Remember, today at 5 o'clock p.m., Crypto Hulk show, we got Caleb Brown showing up. Right now, I got about 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. About 10 hours from now. My next show is 10 hours from now, and I'll have Caleb and Brown. So if you have any kind of crypto questions, don't ask me. Ask Caleb and Brown. They're on my show every other Thursday, and today is that day. Let me take a look. Peace out, says Hippie17. Okay. I'm going to head off, and you all had a great lesson that we learned today. Tremendous amounts of evidence. The biggest companies in the world. I showed you what they're doing, who they're doing it with, what cryptos are being utilized, what techs. I mean, I'm showing you how all this goes down. Don't get mixed up in the price. Focus on what I'm showing you. Invest in what's fundamental. Prices will come. Hey, you're not getting rich before Blackrock on this shit. So when does this shit take off? After they have everything set up. That's how this thing goes, okay? If you look at it like that, how do I think about it? The day I get rich is the day that maybe this show's over, right? I mean, my job is to sound the alarm, to show you all the evidence, to prepare you with evidence. I'm showing you how Russia and Ripple and shit, they've been hooked up for 10, 11 years. Those two countries, and they still ain't allowed to let it loose. Now, China's using the digital yuan, so that's real world use case, but it's not at the full level. Look, we aren't there yet. I'm showing you all the stuff early. I'm showing you so you can be prepared. And then now I found out about custody, institutional custody. So now I'm actually buying crypto. I haven't done that for 4.5 years. I've been buying from Caleb Brown for about 4 months now, 5 months. And before then, I haven't bought crypto for 4.5 years. So in a way, I kind of don't want it to take off right now. I need a few more months or whatever to keep buying some more crypto. And then when I feel I got enough, okay, now I'm ready. So that's what's up. Okay, last comment here. Interested in Life says, this is huge. Love the drug-induced deep dive. Thanks, Hulk. All right, everybody, I got to head off. I will have a PM show with Caleb and Brown, and I'll look forward to seeing you there. Have some good questions, and we'll try our best not to fuck it up.